early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you got to think this will be a little contentious. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Utah State Aggies, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Utes will kick it away to start us off. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Utah State Aggies offense will get the ball first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you've got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him and get him to the ground for a minimum gain.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they're after him. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He's got it near midfield. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So Utah's offense has the ball for the first time. Quarterback making adjustments. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Dumps it to the back. It's complete to the right. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
He'll take a shot. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
The run to the right. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
Going for the marker on the ground. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4.
Well, they came into this game believing they could run the football in critical down and distances, and they did it right there on that 4th down.
And the Utes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Utes!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Makes the quick grab. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
The Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Finds the tight end.
I like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
He'll sneak it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got the first down and more. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Humphreys. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Quick release by the QB. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Line getting set on second down. Quarterback making checks. Off play action. Rush is on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Picks up the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Utes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Use the play fake, now to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense, getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
From the gun. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. USC has the lead right now, but kind of fittingly, the men of Troy have been in a battle today and just haven't been able to pull away. They are up by 7 over Illinois. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Unloads to the right. Right on the money. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period, first down here. Play action on first down. Fires to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. This Utah State offense has it going. to the tight end. Gets away from one. He's got space. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man quickly. Oh, he's got some space. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called.
Illegal blocking.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines. Result of the play. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He slides that just inside the right upright. Now the lead is down to 11.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. Running the green. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. They're going to ride this running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Give to the running back. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Utes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. A first down run on the doorstep. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Why not trying to get it in? Touchdown, Utes! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Utah State, 3.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Aggies racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Breaks into the open. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll keep it himself. At the 35, he's open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Utah State. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown, and that's exactly what happened.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. He'll pull it down and run.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Makes the grab. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it to the right. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And the incomplete. Will bring up 4th down. The Utes will line up to punt it away.
Number 15, on to kick it away.
And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Hood. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Leaves it with the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Rides the back on the option to give. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The play action fake. Lost one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. It's complete. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Fires and picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Utah State about to kick it off to open the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too.
There he goes! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And the Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the marker. It's Humphries. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Utes are on the move. Down the middle. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that lead grows even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
A stop and pull maybe gets a yard to the 34. Utah State up-tempo. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Pulls and fires complete to the right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
2nd down coming up. From the gun, running back on the move. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's past the 30. At the 45 on his way. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it.
Come on, defense. You cannot let this offense run the dive play and hurt you like that. Up front, we got to do a better job staying in our gaps, and linebackers have got to be able to get off of blocks and make tackles.
The Utes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Utes are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
They'll leave it with him. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Really nice third down sub-defense there at that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Wants to go up top. Gets it to him on the screen. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Got a little space. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
He has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Wide open downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Now from inside the red zone. Makes the grab. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Red pass, it's complete. Touchdown, Aggies! A great catch and run for 6.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Got enough for the first. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Goes to the option. Look out, he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
The Utes will have it 1st and 10. Little touch pass to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
The give to the back. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Pulled down at the 45-yard line, and that's the kind of ball hawking a defensive coordinator loves to see. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's got an open man, and he's brought down after a nice game.
And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
And you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock, give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field, you can't give up touchdowns. Field goal at this point is not going to hurt my defense.
Looking to fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And how about that rush off of the edge? You could tell, man, playing pass all the way. Your team has a lead. Getting later in the football game, he's just pinning his ears back, and he flies off the edge and gets the big sack.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. This is now a 7-point game.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
To the ground with the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. And the Utes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. The option look. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's good. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Looking to the big tight end. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They want that clock to run. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 after the 35.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Handoff from the shotgun. Turning it on! They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Utes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
The Utes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Backed up now, here's second and long. Now on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And the Utes will snap it on first and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Just a crushing mistake on the penalty. Wipes out the touchdown, and now they'll have to try to get it together and score again. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
He wants it all. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. TCU is running away with things, and I'm not sure who saw this coming today from this offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Oh, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Bringing the heat. Flushed out of the pocket. Short gain on the play before he slides. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your 3rd down conversion in the midst of this. Working the middle. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, he'll throw it. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
No gain on the play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. He's going to run it. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Under fire. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.